my name's Casey Nowicki, and I get the privilege of following up Andrea Summers and her cultural overview. Um, my particular points, I actually get to discuss two of them, are the cultural views on punctuality and time management, as well as is the culture formal or informal. Now, in a very quick internet search, the information I have discovered is from the Foreign Affairs in Canada, actually, and as well as the Argentina Business Etiquette and Culture section of a website called Cyberlink. Um, we'll start off with the cultural views on punctuality as well as time management. Be prepared for an average worker, their work days are 9 to 5, or varies thereabouts. Really not much different than the United States. So if you have any meetings with average workers, just plan your day according to what we would have here in the United States. However, that being said, you're there on a business trip. I'm assuming at some point you're going to meet executives. Executives can and will put in long days. This potentially means starting anywhere from 7 to 8 in the morning to going anywhere from 8 to 10 at night. So plan accordingly. Make sure you're well rested, and just be mentally and physically prepared for what could be a very long day. Deadlines are used, so when it comes to planning your time, expect to meet deadlines. However, their deadlines are also flexible, kind of contradictory. That being said, make sure you make your appointments about a week in advance. I'm guessing that's because it gives you enough time for their flexibility to potentially change what time you're going to meet with who. Once again, according to time management as well as punctuality, you, as the guest, are expected to be on time. Your local contact, however, it is expected to be late. One site I was looking at, I believe it was the Argentina Business Etiquette and Culture site, made it a point to put it that it very well could be up to 30 minutes. So while you be on time, make sure that you're prepared to wait. The pace of business is, according to the information I have, is slower than the United States. So just be aware of that. Part of that's going to be, apparently they like to set up multiple meetings. They really like to discuss things. As well as in the meetings, one of the sites made a point to, before meetings even begin, be prepared for small talk. Not necessarily personal talk, just be prepared for small talk. And on the final note, in regards to punctuality as well as time management, I guess this would be under culture, but it would be time. I guess this ties into both of my points. Business dinners are preferred over business lunches. Now that would be a culture formal or informal. However, the reason being, and you can plan accordingly, is most people will go home for lunch. So it also falls into your time management. Plan accordingly. On to the next section here is the culture formal or informal. Depending on what business you're there for, if you go out in the rural areas, right off the bat, you can expect it to be more informal than the city. And that's kind of typical of the United States too. Head outside of a big city and people are more than happy to talk to you about their personal lives. Well, it's the same here in Argentina. Not personal, but family, kids, hobbies. What do you do? Be prepared to answer questions along those lines. Keep your feet off the furniture. That was kind of a point that struck out to me. I know as Americans, we can potentially lean back in our seats, put our feet up on tables when we're relaxed. Just keep your feet on the ground. At workplaces, I guess it's customary for males to wear formal jackets, so plan your wardrobe accordingly, and so you don't look out of place. Polo shirts, dress-down Fridays apparently are not a big hit in Argentina, at least when it comes to executive positions in a company. That being said, for the women, if you're going there on business, I guess as a culture, the women are highly attentive to fashion, as well as they like to accessorize. So it almost sounds like women get to have more fun than the males in this case, because I don't know about you, I'm not a big fan of wearing formal jackets. Kind of a heads up, their culture as a whole does not easily accept change, or not readily accept change. Because of that, there's a high concern for rules and regulations. That being said, stay formal. As well as if you do go out for a business dinner, wait for the host to sit before the guest sits. I could say they kind of fall in between formal and informal, kind of like the United States. Just pay attention to your surroundings and the situation and act accordingly. Following me is going to be Stephen Karki with differentiating between verbal and nonverbal communication. Thank you very much.